Yo, YouTube, what's good? It's your boy Morpheus, man. I'm just about to respond back to this quick comment. He said another banger. Thanks for the share work. It's something that I struggle with. I do have more of these videos coming, so if you guys like them, just drop a comment and just let me know if you've been enjoying them scissor haircuts. And he asked me why did I move to Florida and what made me pick Tampa. I've been living out here for 2 years now. I'm from Buffalo, New York. I had my shop at home. I was 50-50 with someone. I had my well-established clientele. That's where my family was at. But I decided to take a risk and really start completely over. So I decided to just drop everything and just do a complete new start and take a risk. I really wanted to move to Miami, but Miami was just way too expensive. And I started experiencing life in Tampa, and I was like, oh, Tampa is really not that bad. You can get the same party life, you get the same scene, but it's just a little bit cheaper. It's still expensive, but it's not like Miami, if that makes sense. And yeah, so I just packed up all my stuff, got a U-Haul, drove down here to Tampa with no plan. Bro, I had $1,000 to my name, bro. Like, I just still think that's literally crazy. But all I knew is I had to find somewhere to cut hair at right away, or I was going to be driving right back to Buffalo. But I was fortunate enough to land a job at Headlines Barbershop, and I just took off from there. I took full advantage of my opportunity. And 2 years looking back now is the best decision that I have made. It was a life-changing decision. And I mean, who don't want to live in Florida, bro? Just look at the sunset, bro. It's warm out here 24/7, bro. Bro, you have palm trees, bro. Like, bro. But yeah, man, that's pretty much a long story made into a short story on why I decided to move down to Florida. And yeah, man, if you one of them people that's really thinking about taking a risk and you're afraid, just do it. You never know what's on the other side of the rainbow. So, all right, let's jump right into the video. My client do have dreads. He wanted a high bald fade. When I started fading it, I noticed that he had waves going on in his head. So I'm going to show you guys how to attack that. And he did ask me for some enhancements. And this is my baby right here, man. This is what I drive. I call her Black Cherry. All right, let's jump right into the video. Yo, YouTube, what's good, man? Like I said before, we will be doing a high skin fade with some enhancements, and we will be lining up the beard. I did a consultation with my client because he is a dreadhead, and if you know, you know, these dreadhead clients, man, they can be crazy when it comes to knocking down some hair. But he did say all the hair, when you see it a little bit bulky at, do not cut that down, but I am free to knock down all the other hairs, and he want the fade to go right up. Now, when you are combing out these dreads, just make sure that you are pulling the dreads upwards and you are not hitting the root of the dread. You only want to hit them hairs that's loose. I did pick up the 0.5. Now I'm going down with the grain, and I am open, and you see I am staying away from the actual root of the dread because I do not want to nick anything. So I am being super careful. That's the last thing you want to do, man. Just hit the root of that dread and you can possibly take it off. So just be very mindful of that when you are knocking down the hair on these dreadhead clients. And you can see where it's super bulky at right there near his front line area. That's the hair that he did not want me to cut because his stylist will be able to pull all that when he go ahead and get another retwist. Now I'm just going to start the fading process. You can see my client, he do have long vertical bars. So I just started with the clipper open, going right in the middle of the vertical bar, and I'm going to bring this going straight across, giving it like a slight drop in the back just to contour it to my client head shape a little bit. I do not want to bring it straight across. I want to contour the fade to his head shape. So we're just going to give it just a minor drop in the back. Now we're going to set in the first bald guideline with the clipper. You see, I did not do it with the trimmer. I am setting in my bald guideline with the clipper, and I went no guard close, and I went up about a 1/2 inch. I really like using this new technique I've been using. Instead of using the trimmer, you just use the clipper. So I do not have to worry about setting in a harsh guideline. So this line should come out nice and easy because I set it in with the clipper. Now we're going to take this line out. It's the same exact steps as always. You start close, you start to tap at the guideline. Once it shifts up, you will open up your lever 1 notch and start to tap at that line. Once that line shifts, I should be halfway in my lever and I should be at the very top of the guideline. If your line do not come out, just go back and repeat them same exact steps. And you can see already how my client has some waves going on. Like, I don't understand, bro. Like, how you got dreads, but you also got waves on the side of your head. Like, bro, I just think that's crazy. And then we're going to go with the 0.5 guard, and we're going to go open, and we're going up about a 1/2 inch as well, just so I can give myself room to fade. Now we're going to go halfway in the lever. I should be halfway in the guideline. Once it starts to lighten up for you, you're going to close the lever up all the way. And now you just want to be at the very bottom of the guideline. I'm very aware that this 0.5 is not going to take this guideline out completely. I already know in the back of my head, I'm going to have to take the guard off and come back with the lever open and do a little bit of lever play just to remove the rest of this line. Now you see me take the guard off. Now I'm going no guard open, just using the corner of the blade, and I'm going to be doing a little bit of lever play just to get this line out completely. And you can already see how them waves are really starting to affect how my blend is looking, and we're going to have to do a lot of detail work to really get the transition that we are looking for. And to be completely honest with y'all, this side was annoying me. Very, very annoyed. But now you see I have on the 1.5. I started open, and then right underneath it, I closed it just to start to soften it up. And it's just looking super choppy. I do not like the way this fade is looking. But I'm just going to stay with my system. I'm going to stay consistent, and I'm just going to believe in it. And I'm just going to throw back on the 0.5 guard. And I'm going right underneath that 1.5 to try to blend that line out. But as long as you just stay consistent and just believe in your system and you know how to detail, you will be completely okay. And this is basically my rough draft right now. I went through my whole system, and now I'm just gonna have to come back and really do some detail work just to get this blend to look the way how I want it to look. But we're just gonna move on and start fading out the back of the head. And this is where I feel like I really matured as a barber, to where if something just don't look right to me, I would just stay in that same exact spot and just keep detailing it until the fade is looking the way I want it to look. But I learned how to move on. I learned how to just leave it and just come back and just detail later on in the cut. So now we're just going to fade out the back, and we're just going to repeat the same exact steps. I threw on the 0.5. We started open, then we went halfway. Now we are all the way closed, just hitting the bottom of the line. And you can see how lighter he is in the back of the head. Now we're going to come down with the grain with the 0.5 just to lighten it up a little bit. Now we're going to come back with no guard open, just cleaning up the rest of that line that was left over from the 0.5. And the back of the head should fade out a lot easier than the sides, just from how light it is back here. But you can see them waves, man, it's just making it look super choppy. And now we're going to use the method with no guard, going down with the grain. And on this side, we're just going to be doing the same exact steps, but I just want to talk about a topic on how to build clientele, and this can be for the newer barbers, or this can just be for barbers that want to grow their clientele. A strategy that I really like to do is I like to offer free haircuts. I really don't like to offer half off or discounts, because that's something the client is always going to be expecting. But if you offer a free haircut to gain their trust in their future business to be their barber, they might think it's free, but it's really not free. That's how you can get your content. You can ask that client to leave you a Google review, and if you're given a really good service, more than likely that client is going to tip you, or he's just going to pay you the full price for your service. Now, ways how I like to do it, I like to run Facebook ads. I like to go in these Facebook groups. So you can go in, you can just go to Facebook, hit groups. And for example, I live in Tampa, so I would type in Tampa community groups, and you can go in there, make sure you read the guidelines, and just go in there and just post pictures of your work and just offer free haircuts, man. And I'm telling you right now, people love free. If you get one of these clients in your chair from a free haircut, if this client do not come back to you, it's all on you. Once that client sit in your chair, it's time for you to put on a show. I'm talking fire customer service and a great haircut. Guarantee when that client get out your chair, she's going to be asking you for your booking link or your business card. Another thing that we like to do in the shop, whenever you're not busy, just go outside the shop, man, and just pass out business cards to anybody that's walking by, or offer them a free haircut. And we also have a sign that we go out and we hold right at a busy intersection, so all them cars that's driving by, they see it. And that's a great way to promote the shop, and it's also a great way for you to get people in your chair. Us barbers, we work for ourselves. You can't just be that barber that just sitting around in the shop when you don't got nobody in your chair, just waiting for the next walk-in to come in. If you're not doing nothing to get people in the chair and just relying on the shop, you just gonna always stay slow. You have to go out and go get these people. You cannot rely on the shop to provide the walk-ins for you. Go out there and hold the sign. Go hand out them business cards. Join them Facebook groups and advertise yourself in there. There's always somebody looking for a barber, man. If you want to be a booked up barber, this is a strategy that I did that helped me a lot to make my clientele grow really fast. So now we're just gonna jump right back to the cut. Now I jump right back to this other side, man. So you see me going in with no guard. I'm going down with the grain to smooth out the blend a little bit, just to really pop out this transition a little bit, man. Like I told you, man, this side was real tedious, and I'm really trying to bring it all the way together. And you can still see the waves popping out a little bit. Bro, that side was just crazy, but we end up really getting him together. Now we're just gonna start working on the lineup. He did tell me he did not want me to bring it all the way down. He want to keep it dark. So we're just gonna comb everything out. Then we're gonna throw on the 1.5 guard open. And this is the lowest that we will be going down. Notice he was real light right in the middle, so I want to try to stay away from that area. Now we're going to start prepping out the skin. I like to throw on some alcohol right on the neck strip and just wipe it all on the area that my trimmers are going to touch. Then I'm going to come back with some hold and spray. Then I'm going to brush everything down. The hold and spray just frees the hairs right in place. Then I'm going to come back with my Tune 45 trimmer, and we're going to line up his vertical bar. And if you notice, I'm getting like a natural ash line. That's from me prepping the skin correctly. When you wipe the skin down with the alcohol, that's getting rid of all the dirt and all the oil that's on the skin. So you really not putting no kind of stress on your trimmer. It's 100% just going over clean skin and clean hair. And you're just going to naturally just get that white ash line. And your trimmer is just going to hit like a razor if you have them gapped properly. You can just tap and go. And when you are lining someone up, always start right in the middle. That's for your balance. Don't ever rush an edge up. You can see how I angle the head, making sure I'm in full control when I am lining up my client. And you always want to pop out that corner just to stand the edge up. Then I'm going to come back with my Beam Team cordless suppressor with the clutch card. I am using no drip, and the color is Honest Black. And how I like to apply my enhancements, I like to put the card right on the natural line, spray the enhancements on the card, and let it mist on to the hair. And we're just going to repeat the same exact thing for the other side, man. Don't ever spray the enhancements directly on the client head. You want to make sure you are a couple feet away, and you just want to just mist it on the client's head, man, and you would get way better results. Now, this is a technique that I've been using lately. I like to just take the precision pencil and I like to just scribble it on my hand, and then I just come back and just rub the trimmer against my hand like I just did, and then I like to put the pencil line in this way. Now, if you are having trouble making your pencil line too thick, or you struggle with putting it real close to the hairline, this should be a great technique for you if you like using the pencil. It just gives you that perfect line. And I got this method from my boy Tito. You should go check out his YouTube channel, man. He made great content as well. That's my guy, man. We on the same team and we chasing the same exact thing, man. And I told him straight up, I said, bro, you know I'm using this technique, right? That's my boy Tito, man. Tito a good dude. Then he's gonna come back with the Tune 45 razor. This is my Turkish razor. I love it because it's super light, man. It's easy to handle. You can put the blade in as exposed or non-disposed. And I named this Pink Panther. It's my baby right here. And they also come in many different colors, bro. But the pink is my favorite. Now we just hitting this beard line. This is my second pass through. So this is where I really try to make that line crispy cream. And with the pencil line that we set in, we just gonna bring everything right back to the line. And just look how that just popped. And as long as you just stretching that skin, man, got the razor angled at a 45-degree angle, bro, it's gonna glide like butter, bro. Wipe the line off, and I like to hit every line at least twice or 3 times just to really make sure I got that line crispy cream. And look at that fade, man. That fade crazy. We bringing this whole cut together now. Now we just going to hit the front line, bringing that pencil line right to the edge. Just making it pop. Crazy. Just look at that edge, man. Now we're just gonna start our last minute detail work, making sure everything is crispy. Come back to the other side. especially because I lean my clients back when I hit them with the razor. So when I bring them up, I like to make sure that everything is symmetrical. Now we just doing some cleanup work with the razor, man. Look at that fade, man. That's a McBlurry. And this is how my client came in looking. You know, we had to save him. You know, we had to bring him back to life. Thanks everyone for watching, man. Don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, and please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you like any tools or products that I use in this video, just click the link down below. It will automatically give you your 10% off. Also, just let me know what haircut y'all want to see next. It's your boy More Fades. I'll see y'all on the next video, and I'm out.